Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Reza Ramdani and I'm from class 3C. On this occasion, I will convey material about classroom management. Okay, let's start with the definition of class management. Before moving on the next point, I want to ask question, what is class management? Classroom management, that means the terms management is synonymous with management. The definitions of management or management in general is the activities include planning, organizing, directing, coordinating, monitoring, and evaluating. We also need to consider how we ever to the student and how we use our most valuable asset, our voice, the way we talk to students, and who talks most is most in the lesson is another key factor in classroom management. We also need to think about what role, if any, there may be for the use of the student's mother tongue in a lesson. Here are the points that will be explained. Normally, number one is using the voice. Number two is talking to students. Number three, giving giving instruction. And the last, number four, is students talk and teachers talk. The first is using the voice. Audibility. Clearly, teachers need to be audible. They must be sure that the students at the back of the class can hear them just as well as those at the front. Teachers do not have to solely be audible. Good voice projection is more important than volume. So the two are of course connected. Speaking too softly or unpleasantly loudly are both irritating and unhelpful for students. Variety. It is important for teachers to vary the quality of their voices and the volume they speak at according to the type of lesson and the type of activity. But it's worth pointing out that speaking quietly is often just as effective a way of getting the students' attention signs. When they realize that you are talking, they will want to stop and listen in case you are saying something important or interesting. However, for teachers who almost never raise their voices, the occasional shouted interjection may have an extremely dramatic effect, and this can sometimes be beneficial. Conversation. It is important that they breathe correctly so that they don't strain their larynx. It is important too the teachers vary their voices throughout the day, avoiding shouting wherever possible, so that they can conserve their vocal energy. Conserving the voice is one of the things teachers will want to talk into account when planning a day's or a week's work. Number two is talking to student. The way that teachers talk to students, the manner in which they interact with them is one of the curricular teacher skills, but it does not thematical expertise. It does, however, require teachers to empathize with the people they are talking to, be establishing a good rapport with them. Though the teacher-student relationship is not the same as the between a parent and child, this subconscious ability to write down the language is a skill that teachers and parents have in common. Rotating is the simplification of language which both parents and teachers make in order to increase the change of their being understood. Their group sets out to get the level of language exactly correct for their audience. They really they rarely insist on a general perceptions of what is being understood and what is not, because they are constantly aware of the effect their words are having. They are able to adjust their language use in terms of grammatical complexity, vocabulary use, and voice tone when their listeners show sign of comprehension. Number three is giving instruction. When teachers give instruction, it is important for them to check that the students have understood what they are being asked to do. This can be achieved either by asking a student to explain the activity after the teacher has given the instruction, or by getting someone to show the other people in the class how the exercise works. Where students all share the same mother tongue or which the teachers also understand, a member of the class can be asked to translate the instruction into their mother tongue as a check that they have understood them. The last, number four, is student talk and teacher talk. There is a continuing debate about the amount of time teachers should spend talking in class. Classes are sometimes criticized because there is too much triple T, teacher talking and time, and not enough STT, student talking time. Good triple T may have beneficial qualities, however, if the teachers know how to talk to students, if they know how to wrong tune their language to the students' level as described above, then the students get a chance to hear language which is certainly above their own productive level, but which they can more or less understand. Such a comprehensive input where students receive raw tone input in a relaxed and interpreting way is an important feature in language acquisition. And the last is thank you. I think that's all I can say. Maybe thank you for attention. Saya Taufiq Walhidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.